go live. And we are live on YouTube. Oh, sorry. We are live on YouTube. Oh, okay. That was just a normal from Dalbay. All right, so here we go. Yeah, did that scare you, Izzy? Yeah, but I'm sure it did. All right, so we are going to do a 3TK. So this actually started off, having a photo video will show it right away. I don't know what that is. I see. So this actually started off, I was going to do a live. I was just going to taste one or two silver needles. But I'm like, you know what? Screw it. Let's taste all three. In my collection right now, I have 3 decent silver needles. I have 2 good silver needles and 1 decent one. And so we're just going to go over those quickly. And we're just going to talk about what makes them special, what's good in them, see if we can find anything bad in them. When we have the decent silver needle, a good silver needle is only good until it's next to a great silver needle, and it becomes decent. All right, here we go. So we are doing a tasting. So we are going to weigh out our teas. Generally, I like between 5 to 7 grams. I'm going to stick with a nice 6 right here. 6 seems good. From my understanding, it was 7 grams for a while was the norm, and then they switched it. I don't even know what that is. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? Oh, I know what this is. Gotta mark it though. Sorry about that. All right, so because I picked up more of the Old Tree, white tea the other day, and I left it in my scooter. So we're going 6 grams again. I'm going to be a little picky with this one. This could potentially be one of the best white teas I've ever tasted. Silver needles I've ever tasted, I'll say. Potentially. That one. There we go. All right. Here we go. I really wish I had a camera so I could take a picture. All right. Here we go. 3 silver needles at the same time. We chose the weights the same. Sorry, hold on. I just got to check something here. Okay. Give me 1 second again. My scale is being a little bit weird. Good. All right. So here we go. Let's take a look. I'm sorry, people watching on YouTube. I'm trying to find a way to give you all a look. All right. So we have silver needle number 1, silver needle number 2, souvenir number 3. And so what I can see right off the bat, I'll take a few of these, little sample size, if you will. Take a little sample size, that's the good one. Take a little sample size. So, I mean, the differences are pretty small here. This one, the buds do look generally a little bit straighter, a little bit longer. See, like that's a good example there. Kind of straight and long that one is. This one kind of has the most green look to it. Just that kind of bright, light, lively greenness. And this one just looks like a silver needle. You know, these, I mean, once again, they all kind of look like a silver needle. They all do look like a silver needle. It's really hard to get any real information off these, except for maybe the fact that this one's a little bit, the length of this one, the length and the skinniness. You know, we really don't see huge differences in color. We're not seeing huge differences. You know, if you showed these to me blind, I wouldn't be able to tell which one's which. That's the average. That's the good one. That's the old tree. We also you can see the greener colors here. You can see how it's just a little bit more green compared to this one, which is a little bit more gray, even compared to that one. This one does kind of have that the lightest greenness to it. Stick that there. For people watching on YouTube, I will try and do a similar thing, but no promises here. This is really hard when it's inverted. That actually works out pretty well, except when you drop it. No, they do not. 2 of them do. 1 of them does not. So this one, which is the normal silver needle, and this one, which is the vanilla aroma silver needle, wild, which is coming on the website soon, come from the same family. And then this one comes from a different family. This is the old tree. And so the thing to remember when talking about, you know, families, okay, we're talking about coming from the same family. It doesn't mean they come from the same plot of land. You know, first of all, I'm assuming it's within the same household and not a family's plot on the mom's side and the dad's side, which I've never really heard talked about before, but is possible. But even within one household, a household would have different plots of land. You're going to have lower gardens and higher gardens. And so even though it's and this is true across basically all tea, and wine, I think, too. Maybe not wine, but definitely tea. Blanking out. Families are going to have different plots of land. So even if it comes from the same family, it's not going to come from the same. It's not necessarily going to come from the same plot of land. All right. So we're all going to use boiling water, of course. Boiling to below boiling. And I'm really looking for I've tasted all these teas a bunch of times. I've had them by themselves a bunch of times. I've had them a little side by side a little bit. But, you know, I'm really looking for the nuances, the tiny stuff. Speaking of which, this is something I've noticed. I'm going to hold it up to here. You can see. I've noticed that I have 2 cameras, so excuse me. Here for YouTube people, for Instagram people, that little thread, that little like fiber is something I've only ever seen in this old tree. This is also my first time having an old tree white tea. But I can see where that could come from. That could be a sign that it really is old tree, because old trees are going to have stiffer barks, sturdier twigs, and getting that is going to be probably a little bit tougher. And so I can see where when you break it, it does kind of resist. There's kind of a ness to it. But we'll see. We'll see. That's something I have to look into as I try and look for other old tree teas. Yeah, the water's just about boiled. Cool. All right, let's do this. Yeah, so this is not so much a controlled tasting in the sense of taking a single variable and diving into that variable, like age or cultivar or anything like that. This is more a tasting in just different silver needles. It's kind of just a more general silver needle tasting and quality. Sorry, this pot drips a little bit. Do have to get a new one. On the Discord, there was a conversation about There was a conversation about this is called the Bonavitas, the goosenecks. I definitely have to get one of those. I do find that using the goosenecks to be far superior. Do I want to use the basic cups? No. I'm gonna be a little bit lazy with the cups. I'm just gonna use the same cup. What am I talking about? I'm gonna be very lazy with the cups. Once again, because I'm not really. Oh, where am I gonna dump? My thing's not hooked up. All right, this was not very thought out. This was not very thought out. This is not a very. I know where to dump. Sorry, give me a second. All right. Yeah, the goosenecks are the aroma on that one. Vanilla bean. I need to change it. Okay, so the aroma on this one is vanilla, but I should really say vanilla bean, because when I say vanilla, I guess there is that kind of soft creaminess, but we're also looking at like a little bit of nut, a little bit of something. It's not just soft and creamy. And so if you guys know like vanilla, like vanilla ice, like good vanilla ice cream, and not like the Haagen-Dazs stuff, like the good stuff, it does have that vanilla bean flavor. That's really what it is. It's not just vanilla, it's vanilla bean. So yes, it is creamy and nice, but it's also a little bit nutty, a little bit, not sharp, but quite nice. All right. Oh, where to start? Let's start with the vanilla bean aroma, the vanilla bean silver needle. I want to name it vanilla bean silver needle, but I don't want people to think it's artificially flavored. Here's Izzy. Izzy, do you want to come say hello? Come on, Izzy. No, Izzy doesn't want to. What are you doing? Come on. Yeah, you're under the table. Come on. Yeah, you're a little stuck under the table. You shouldn't have climbed under the table. Come here. Yeah. No. Come on. I love Izzy, but she is not the smartest of my dogs. Come here. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. There's Izzy. There's Izzy. Yeah. Okay. Off. But she does not off, which is very important. That's really nice. It's really nice. It's very. And so with wilds, and this is and with a good wild, let's put it that way, with a good wild. No, okay, I'm sorry, Izzy. No. Good. Um, with a good wild, there is a boldness to it. There's usually like, well, not usually, but with a good wild, there can be like one note that's just stronger, one note that pops more, one note that just, and it's kind of like, whoa, and that's, and that's, and when I was working at Tea Drunk, and Tea Drunk had some great Silvanitos, some great wild tea, some great wild mouth farms. This was years ago now. Gosh, it's like 7, 8 years ago. Great Silvanitos, great wild Silvanitos, great wild Huangshan mouth farms. That was it. There was always something about the flavor was just like a little more pop to it. So it wasn't completely balanced, but there was like a little more like oomph to it. What are you doing, Izzy? Do you have to pee? Is this what you're telling me? I think you're telling me you have to pee. No. This Silvernito, the old tree Silvernito, like it almost tastes like a green. Izzy. I don't understand. How are you not a green? Izzy, don't chew on that. With all this, Izzy's a little bored, I think. Sorry, Izzy, you don't have any toys in here. With all I think the clarity and the cleansiness of the flavor is very, very unique for white tea. Because white tea generally has a fuzzy flavor. There is this flavor of, I gotta make sure no one's talking to me. There is this flavor of hail, like tea hairs and warmth and, fuzziness. It's just kind of a fuzzy flavor. And this is fine. This is natural. This is what I've known white teas to be. But this one, has a crispness. This one has a crispness that I don't fully understand. I'm probably actually going to send it over to Derek at One River Tea, because Derek at One River Tea knows way more about white tea than I do. And I want to see if he gets the same idea. I'll send a message after this. Like, if I talked to the maker and they were like, yeah, no, we shot-chinged this tea, I'd be like, yeah, that makes so much more sense. That makes perfect sense. But you can tell by the shape of the leaf that they didn't. Like flavor wise, Izzy, what do you have to pee? This is what she does when she has to pee. Izzy, my love. And this is just a good silver needle. And this is just a nice silver needle. And it's kind of funny. It's a little funny to have this middle T just be such a question mark to me, such a different experience. And then to switch to this and just be like, yeah, this is what I expect out of silver needle, a decent. And I talk about, by the way, I gotta make sure I gotta add something here. I talk about, and I've shared a little bit about going into a tea shop and getting the best teas the tea shop has. And it's luck. It's really a lot of luck, especially when you're going into that tea shop for that first time. Because I came across this tea. Basically, I came across this tea when I was buying some Mudan. I had a Mudan. It was pretty interesting. I was like, all right, I'll have some of this Mudan. And she was like, it's pretty expensive. And I was like, how much is it? And she was like, it's 400 yuan. 400 yuan is nothing. 400 yuan is not expensive whatsoever for tea. It's $50 a pound. And I remember she said that. She was like, it's 400. And she was hesitant. She was like, it's 400 yuan. And then there was a moment of silence where I'm just looking at her in surprise. And she's looking at me. And we'll look at each other for like 30 seconds. And I think she's expecting me to be like, oh my God, that's so expensive. But after 30 seconds of silently looking at each other, I go, that's not expensive. It's really cheap. And she was like, oh. And I was like, yeah, like, I buy yenchas. I'm used to spending thousands on a pound of tea. And she goes, oh, in that case, we have some expensive tea. And she went up and she got this tea. That conversation almost never happened. And so that conversation almost never happened. So I almost never knew this tea existed. And so when I walk into a tea shop for the first time, this is very much on my mind of like, does this shop have good tea somewhere? And if they do, how do I get to it? Because another thing I remember, and this is funny, I was in Ximen and I'm at this shop and I was like, look, I'm looking for some expensive tea. And this is what I'll do sometimes. I'm like, look, I'm looking for some expensive tea. I'm looking for the good shit. But this can get a little weird if you ask for the expensive tea and then they take it out and you try it and you don't like it. Because then they're like, okay, you just wanted to drink expensive tea. You never want to buy. So anyway, but I was like, but I go into this Ximen's place and I'm like, look, I want the good stuff. I want the good stuff. And they bring out cheaper stuff. And they were like, yeah, you know what? We're gonna taste up. We can taste up. And I was like, great, okay, that sounds good. And so we taste some of the cheaper stuff, and they were like, how do you like it? And I was like, it's not bad, it's good, but where's the good stuff? And they basically like refused to like let me try the good stuff. They're like, no, this stuff is fine. I'm like, no, I'm looking to buy better stuff. And so that's why I always get a kick out of that story. I think that was just one off and they didn't, I don't know. But that is the question. That is the question really is, how do I get the good stuff? How do I get my hands on the good stuff? And how do I get my hands on my good stuff? And do shops even have what I like? How do they even have the good stuff? Because sometimes they don't. Sometimes they just don't. So I'm working on a Silver Needle box, and this right here could be a decent Silver Needle box, and that's the other reason why I'm tasting this today. I'm tasting this today, and I'm like, do I do a Silver Needle box? No, I am doing a Silver Needle box. Is this an appropriate Silver Needle box? Or do I want to go looking for that next Silver Needle? And so that is the question. That's the question on my mind. By the way, it's not super geeky. It's not super accurate, but I really like doing tastings with just one big cup and just pouring all the, so this is the vanilla bean aroma white tea, which is hitting the website in the next few days. I need to go take some photos, basically. And to take photos, I need to go get another thermos because I broke my last one. And for that, it needs to stop raining. It's been raining. Fun fact, Suzhou, Shanghai was hit by the biggest typhoon they've ever had since 1940s, which on the scale of typhoons is not that big. I have a friend who lived down in Xiamen, which is across from Taiwan. And he just moved to Suzhou, and he was like, yeah, this was nothing. But Suzhou got hit with a big one. So now it's been raining for like 2 days straight down here. Oof, man. The flavors just hits you really nicely on this one. That's really nice. I enjoy that quite. You have to pee. I know you have to pee, but it's raining. I know. This is what you do when you have to pee. And you look at me like this. Yeah, that's where I lie down. It's good. It's a good white. That flavor note is. It's good. It's real fucking nice, to be honest. I like it. How are you not a green tea? How are you not a green tea? It's not fucking possible. This isn't fucking possible. Where the fuck is this tea? How is that fucking possible? It tastes like it has a lot of good. It tastes like a good green tea. That's the other thing. It doesn't just taste like green tea. It tastes like a good green tea. It tastes like some of the best years of Cha Shan. If you had Cha Shan, Johnny, don't do it. If you had Cha Shan in 2019, it tastes like that. This is like 2019 Cha Shan, which is probably the best year for Cha Shan. Maybe 18 or 19. This is like 2018, 2019 Cha Shan. Okay, fine. It's fucking amazing. How are you not a? I mean, it makes no fucking sense. It makes no fucking sense. It makes no fucking sense. It's just so clean. Oh, okay. Holy shit. Makes no fucking sense. I don't fucking understand. Makes no fucking sense. What I was saying about drinking, doing a tasting with just one cup, and granted, I probably should have not literally one cup, but drinking, instead of doing sip, 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 just drinking through the whole silver needle like a whole Gaiwan pour. No. Oh, yeah. Move that. Johnny's looking for a place to lie down, and the big box of. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry, I need to do dog stuff for a second. Yeah, I will give you a blanket. Okay, hold on. You are looking for something to lie down on. Yeah, come here. Come here. You need fucking ears. Come here. Johnny, good. No. Johnny, come on, go. Oh, yeah. There we go. Sorry, Johnny was looking for a place to lie down, and he was kept looking like he was going to climb on the Shui Xian. So, like, this is why I don't do afternoon tea sessions, because they are looking to go out. Both looking to pee. No, we should not peeing inside anymore. All right. Sorry, I gotta fill up on water. Give me a second. Ooh, leg day. Leg day was fun. All right. Ooh. And this was, honestly, these three teas. Honestly, this is good. This last silver needle, um, by its own right, is pretty good. It's not. It's soft. It's warm. It does have that nice white tea fuzziness. Um, yeah. Oh, yeah. Go ahead. That's what I've been adjusting. Giving them space to lie down. Sorry, people on YouTube, you don't get to see it with me. Um, what they're talking about. Whew. It's nice. It's warm. It's fuzzy. It's decently clean. Spring water, not lake water, but it doesn't have what these two have, and especially this oak tree that this one does not have is other flavor notes. And this is a very big thing for me. In any tea, this is a very important thing for me. Is okay. A very big thing for me is other flavor notes. you get Chimens, you get Yenchas, especially is a big one. You get green teas. There it is. White teas. And what you get is you get these general flavor profiles. You think about a Yencha. I think the best example is a high roasted Yencha. A high roasted Yencha has a general flavor profile. Roastiness, toastiness. Yeah, it just tastes like a roasted oolong, right? But there's nothing that sets it apart. And so when I look for high roasted yenchas, this is actually what I kind of look for. I don't want to just taste the roastiness. I want to taste other things in there. If I have a high roasted yencha and I have a high roasted shui xian, these need to have very different flavor notes. And that is something you don't see all the time. It is very common. I'm going to do a long pour. It's very common for a lot of teas. Teas have average teas have general flavor. I'm going to pour the nicer ones first. Let's be picky. Let's play favorites here. The aroma on this one, the vanilla, that one just comes out at you real nice. So you get these teas, and teas will have the kind of this average flavor profile with just nothing special. You think about a roasted yencha, it just tastes like roasted. But you want to have flavors. A good tea is going to have flavors outside of the normal stuff. These two have it. These two have it. These two have it very much. This one does not have it at all. This one, it tastes like a silver needle. It's nothing special. It tastes like a silver needle. It's nothing special. And so, good, but nothing's making it stand out. Fix some dogs here. This one has it in that just singular vanilla bean aroma, where the body's really nice, it's clean, it has all the good notes of quality-wise, but then it has that one thing that just makes it stand out, and that one thing is very important, and that one thing really makes it a great tea. It takes from a good tea to a great tea. It's quite nice. Really, really enjoyable. Like it a lot. Very happy with it. So and this is what I like about doing just the whole Gaiwan in a big cup. You can just kind of sit here and just notice stuff and just relax into it and just get the whole vibe. I don't understand how this one's not a green. Crisp, light, refreshing. Like the mouth feels like a green tea. It doesn't make any sense. It makes no fucking sense. Fucking delicious. It's nice actually. Sitting here with the white teas. It's raining out. raining and it's cloudy. It's real nice. All right, I think this is going to be the last one. So yeah, we have these two are hitting the website definitely independently of each other. I'm gonna wait a little bit. You know, if I did a Silver Needle box with these three Silver Needles, I'd be okay with that. If I could find a third Silver Needle that was better than this, that would make me even happier, which is not, it's possible. It's not too hard, but I'd probably venture out of Jerome. I'd venture out of Jerome. Which is easy enough to go to, half a dozen places I could go to. Go to Fuding, go to Taimushan, go back over to Guanyang, half a dozen places I could go to. Ooh, excuse me. So we'll see. We'll see what I end up doing. And then after Silver Needles, I'll start working on the next box, which could be a Shell Sideshare box. That's gonna be a little bit tricky too. We'll see. Take that one step at a time. You know, it's nice. It's really, this is just the basic Silver Needle, and it's nice. And I think it's nice because these two Silver Needles just make you, bam, really grasp your attention. Here's some flavors, focus on this. These are not casual sipping Silver Needles. These are not Silver Needles you can sip and do something else. You know, these are nice to casually sip and, look out the window and watch the rain and stuff. That you can do, but as I check my phone battery, but the flavor notes that pop, they really bring you in. This one is just a little bit like coconut. That's what this is giving me. It kind of has a simple coconut flavor, but that's about it. That's really about it. And it's nice. Ooh, very good question. So for those who are watching later on YouTube and can't see, question was, do you have a general preference for Shomei versus Baimudan versus Silver Needle, or just treat them as different experiences? Wonderful question. Yes, so if my preference is Silver Needle. New Silver Needle is my favorite. That being said, new Silver Needle is the hardest to, new Silver Needle, I think, is the hardest to find quality. I think the later picks with the bolder flavors, it's much easier to find a good quality one of those. But if we're talking about good quality, as you see I'm doing a longer steep here, if we're talking about good quality, I do like Silver Needles. But, and you touched on something. For my Baimudans, I prefer, and so the reason I don't prefer Baimudans is that Baimudans very often, from my experience, do not provide that different of a flavor, that different of an experience from Silver Needles. I find that a lot of Baimudans kind of just tastes like a watered down Silver Needle. A Silver Needle that's less clear. So actually, some of my favorite Baimudans are the later picks, where the bud is a little smaller and the leaf is a little bit bigger, because that's when you get a much different experience than Silver Needle. And those I like. I prefer a late picked Baimudan against an early picked Baimudan, just because early picked Baimudan, I drink it and I'm like, this is good. Might as well give me a Silver Needle. Make it a little bit more clean, a little bit more complex, and just give me a Silver Needle. But the late Baimudans have a little bit of a bolder flavor, a little bit of a full flavor. So I very much that difference in experience is very important, and this is why I'm less excited over Baimudans. And then the Shomeis are nice. I think the best Shomei I ever had was from One River Tea a couple years ago. 2002, I think. 2001, 2002. Exactly. It's exactly it. It's like a muddled Silver Needle. I was going to say the 2001, 2002, I think 2001, 2002-ish, One River Tea had a green Shomei, and I tasted it. I think he sent me a sample of something. We did a sample trade, and I tasted it. And I'm like, the next day I sent him a message. I was like, I'll take 3 pounds, and I still have it. So Shomei can be really good, but Shomei, I think Shomei's a tea I need to look into a little bit. Shomei is something where I can see where it's very easy for makers to not make quality Shomei because the yield is much higher, because it's a cheaper selling tea. I don't know. I haven't tasted too many Shomeis, but I can see where Shomei can be a tea where they're like, oh yeah, it's just the leaves, just the extra stuff. Just go put that out in the sun. And they don't really take as much time with their Shomei, which is kind of a shame because weather-wise, Shomei does tend to have the best weather. Around Qingming, which is Silver Needle area, it's very rainy. It can be rainy and cloudy. But then later in the season, the clouds kind of usually can part. And so you get some of the more sunny days later in the season. So I'm checking batteries. And I have 4 messages on WeChat. Oh, that's what I like to fucking see. Oh, I'm so fucking happy. Sorry. Sorry, somebody from one of the dog shelters I used to work at, or used to help at, sent me a picture of one of my favorite dogs there. Beautiful pit bull, beautiful but slightly aggressive. Beautiful but more than slightly aggressive pit bull. Dog aggressive, loved humans, but very testy toward dogs, which is why I don't have him right now. Because him and Johnny probably would have murdered each other. We'll see. Sorry. My mind is. Yeah, and so first of all, always got to shout out, One River Tea, always got to shout them out when it comes to white teas. Best white teas in the game. Just the amount of knowledge in the shit. Always got to shout them out. Yeah. So we're going to do this last line here. This last line. There's a flavor in white tea that I don't particularly like. And I gotta say, this one, as I'm tasting this now, I'm like, you're hitting that like vanilla cocoa powder. I would say Swiss Miss. I'm running out of battery. I always say Swiss Miss. A lot of you probably don't know what Swiss Miss is. Swiss Miss it's a chocolate that you mixed with water and you got chocolate milk, which is I got a funny story about that later. And you mix it with water, you got chocolate drink. That's what they used to give to me at church when I was a kid. And as a kid, speaking of being a kid, you stick your finger in it. You just eat it like that, or you just eat it off the spoon. Very similar to like Nesquik. This chocolate cocoa sweet powder is what a lot of white teas will hit this flavor. Especially if they have like a year or two on them. They got a touch of age on them. They hit this flavor. I got a Silver somewhere that was really good when I first got it, but now it's kind of hitting that flavor. I don't like it. Don't like it. It's fuzzy. It's weird. And so this is the one thing I'm worried about when it comes to this tea. I really hope it keeps this. Right now, this vanilla note's very clear, but if it starts to get fuzzy, it can very easily turn into that fuzziness, which I don't like. Don't fucking understand this tea. I'm going to take this tea to the other tea shop here, and I'm going to see what they think. Because I don't understand what the fuck's happening here. I'm at 3% on my phone, so I got to end this after this. Because I don't fucking understand. I don't fucking understand what this is. I don't fucking understand. It's just, I talk a lot about the curve, the plot points. You get the average, get the median. And you're looking for teas that are kind of right outside the median. This is fucking over. Not normal. So confusing. Not even confusing. I'm just like, what is this? I don't understand what this is. And I just finish it off with a nice easy Silver Needle. A little bit of coconut, just coconut. Just coconut flavored. That's it. Easy. The Silver Needle's like, look, I'm not trying to do nothing special. I'm just Silver Needle. All right. I'm at 3%. Man, I could keep going. To be honest, I could keep going. And on YouTube, I might keep going, but I'm getting some messages on WeChat. Amazing. Fucking amazing. Everything. So these two are going on the website. This is might be a little too drunk now. Set my clock. Okay, the vanilla bean aroma, vanilla bean flavored, the vanilla bean Silver Needle, the Oak Tree Silver Needle. The Oak Tree Silver Needle is going to be about $50 an ounce. I will offer sample sizes. It's an expensive tea. It's the most expensive white tea I've ever seen. It's like double the price. Like this is going to be about $25 an ounce. This is going to be about $50. So I paid double for this one, actually a little bit more. So I'm rounding down a bit. But I do think the uniqueness of this tea, I think, especially if you get some samples, I think it's going to be quite good. Quite good. Third Silver Needle, going in some mystery boxes maybe, but not quite website worthy. It is a good Silver Needle and has some nice coconut to it, and I drink it casually, but stays on that line. Stays on. It's so funny. So I have my Instagram phone here and my YouTube here, and Instagram is not mirrored, YouTube is mirrored. So if I do this, because I'm looking at both screens, and I do this, and right now my reflection is going in two opposite directions. So I don't know which one to do. So I do it this way. So you have the curve, you have the central curve, forget the line, the median, whatever, and this kind of stays on that. So it's good, but it's no. You're gonna find this silver needle in any decent company. It's not. I'm trying to offer different stuff, not just silver needle for the sake of silver needle. This would be a good silver needle just for the sake of silver needle. If I went into a shop, and I had a sit-down service and they gave me this silver needle, I would be happy. I would be good. Yep, you've gone to the area, you understand silver needle. This is good, but slappage, gorgeous, fucking gorgeous. Give me 18 of them. Yeah. All right, I do have to end it here. Getting some messages. I want to talk to some people. This, by the way, this shirt is a little. We're gonna play a game here. If you know what movie this shirt is from, I will give you an ounce of NET. One free ounce NET. If you can tell me what movie is this from. If you can tell me what movie this is from, I will give you an ounce of NET. So look out for that. All right. Thank you very much. I'm going to end the Instagram because I'm on 2% on my phone. We'll stick around in YouTube for a second more. But thank you very much. Give you a little peek. Izzy in the corner. I appreciate you. Hi, YouTube. Hello. Excuse me 1 second. See if I can get. Ooh, that's what I wanted. That was. You see, this is what I have to do to find. Yeah, that's nice. No, not what I wanted. All right. YouTube, we're going to stick around for like 1 more second, do one more session. All right. I got 2 viewers. Hey, 2 viewers. Okay, got it. Won't let me see who my 2 viewers are, which makes me sad, but that's okay. That's okay. I just appreciate you guys being here. So I want to like you look at it, and see, there's the inversion. No, okay. You look at it, and it's a silver needle. It's white tea. It's clearly white tea. It is not a green tea. And there's nothing in the leaves that would suggest. There's nothing in the leaves that would suggest anything. Different, anything in the making, anything, the hairs are there. There's nothing different in the color, the texture. And so what I got to do now is, okay, is this old tree silver needle? Is this what old tree silver needle? Is this what tea tree age does to silver needle? But here's the interesting thing now. Here's the good thing about having like these 2 teas is now I can go to other tea shops and kind of be like, this is what I'm looking for. I like this. And I think that's good. I think that's cool. But you have to check my WeChat. Give me 1 moment. Insane. No, I don't want to do it that long. That was too long. I don't want to do it that long. this is going to be the last steep for the Instagram, the YouTube live. If you have any questions about white tea, if you have any questions about what, I don't know, I can't see who is watching me. So I really don't know if it's people who know me or people who don't know me. So feel free to share any thoughts. I don't know if you can hear the drilling. That fucking sound is the bane of my existence. I have D from a time where I was at work and they were renovating the floor above us. So they were drilling, and then I got home and they were renovating the apartment above me. So they were drilling, and for like a month, everywhere I went was that drilling sound. So I hate that sound. PTSD. See, longer. So this is starting to get into that cocoa powder flavor, which is not terrible. It's not, like I said, a lot of white teas have it. It's like this and like the banana flavor. And I don't know how else to describe the banana flavor, but there's a flavor, and I can sometimes tell a tea from Diento, which is an area-ish of Fuding. And I find teas from Diento often have the banana flavor. Fucking hate that sound. I'm a little less excited about this one in the later steeps, but it's okay. How are you a fucking white tea? Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any fucking sense how are you a fucking white tea. Makes no fucking sense. All right, I'm gonna end this live, Pasha, because that fucking sound's gonna drive me crazy. It hits such a nerve every time I hear it. Also, they're doing construction across the street. Like if you look, it's 20 meters from my house, and they were drilling at 7 o'clock this morning. All right. Well, thank you for joining. Yeah, I'll probably. I want to create more YouTube content, but I don't like lives because lives. I prefer to edit stuff out. Me going to get the bag, me doing the dog stuff, me. I want to. The beauty of YouTube is I can edit out the moments where I'm walking away from the screen and messy moments and just keep it on task. But it's good as good. Still going on YouTube, and I did want to put this live on YouTube. But yeah. All right. I'm going to end that. Thank you very much. I appreciate all of you. Goodbye.